What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to go over the four, not five. I'm trying to condense it and make it easier for you guys. 4 misconceptions on the ketogenic diet. So let's get right into it. Welcome back to All Gains Mindset, where we talk about fitness, dating, diet tips. And today we're going to be going over the 4 misconceptions on the ketogenic diet. Now, before we really get into all those things, just remember to hit that subscribe button and hit the like button on this video, and share this with your friends to make sure that they understand the misconceptions on the ketogenic diet. So let's get into tip number 1. So the first misconception everyone has is that the ketogenic diet is a fad diet. That is not the case. Ketogenic diet has been around forever. It's not, something that someone made up and, it was a quick little thing that people started doing. No, where people think that it's a fad diet is where it had this big spike in popularity and where people were trying it out. But the ketogenic diet has been something that everyone has done. We have done this, very far in the past. That's how we used to eat. But because of the food industry and how they rapidly, increased production of certain things and created processed foods, we moved away from that, and we are in the lifestyle that a lot of people are in right now, where they eat a lot of processed foods. They don't eat a lot of natural foods. They don't eat a lot of, organic type foods. And they don't really eat the most healthy of foods. So ketogenic diet is just the most, it's supposed to be like organic, pure, whole natural foods. Mostly just fats and protein with a little bit of carbs in there. People say that that's just a fad diet. It's not really like an actual diet. It is an actual diet. The second misconception is that they say it's too restrictive. Now, isn't every diet restrictive? Every diet is supposed to be restricting your body from eating certain things. You're supposed to stop yourself from, eating the bad foods and start eating healthier foods. That's what a diet is. And they say, diets, the ketogenic diet is too restrictive because you have to eat a lot of less carbs. But what you're really doing is you're just eliminating the bad stuff. This is what we like to do. We like to do the process of elimination. Eliminate, the processed foods, eliminate like bread and all this other, a lot of the sugars. You eliminate a lot of that stuff, and you keep the healthy stuff with the, especially in the carb section. Like, you got to keep all the healthy, natural, like vegetables. They have a lot of healthy carbs in there. You got to keep a lot of that stuff, and it's just a matter of reorganization of your macros because of proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. You have to reorganize the way that you eat, and it won't be as restrictive. You gotta understand, I eat like pounds of meat in a day. I eat, you could eat a pound of bacon in a day from the ketogenic diet. You can eat 12 eggs, 14 eggs. You're not really restricting. It's more of just reorganization, I feel, as it's called. There's a lot of other diets that are way more restrictive, like veganism, carnivore. A lot of those diets are very restrictive. For example, I'm on the carnivore diet, so I don't eat any vegetables. Granted, I'm trying to slowly move away from that. Because you're doing the carnivore diet, you can't eat vegetables and you lose those nutrients. You have to take supplements for them. I want to get back onto the ketogenic diet, but I will talk about more about that in a later misconception. But yeah, it's not as restrictive as people believe. If you actually do your research, you'll actually see it's not as restrictive as people say. Third misconception, people think that it's not beneficial for health long term. That is false. It is very beneficial long term. Andrew and I respectively have done it, if you add our times together, probably for 10 years now. Andrew's been doing it a little bit longer than I am. He's been doing it, I think, like a year and a half more than I have, and I've been doing it for, I think it's almost 4 years now. All you got to do is just try it, right? You just try the diet, and you go. I've been doing this. I've been feeling, this is probably the best I've ever felt. This is the healthiest I feel like I've ever been in my life, doing the diet that I do. Especially when you do the ketogenic diet, when you get the benefits of meat, you get the benefits of plants, you get the benefits of all that, and you get to work out, and you get to, be out in the sun, and get all the types of different nutrients that you need and all the different types of proteins, fats, and carbohydrates that you're supposed to have in your body. It just feels so great. Like, it's like, I don't get why people want to believe that, diets aren't, like, a specific diet isn't good long term, but certain people just never tried it. You got to try these things to understand, how that diet works. And A lot of people want to believe that ketogenic diet is not beneficial, but it really is. The last misconception is that there's only one way to do the keto diet. That is wrong. There are many different ways to do a ketogenic diet. I was talking about before, I do the carnivore keto diet, so I'm pretty much only eating meats. I incorporate other types of fats like oils. So that's where the keto carnivore comes from, because I add like things like avocado oil and stuff like that into my food, and certain people, there's also a vegan keto, where you don't really eat any meat. It's mostly just plant-based, and you don't have any of the processed vegan stuff. And then there's also the super clean keto, where you don't have any of the processed keto stuff. There's also targeted keto, where you implement carbs, you target when you implement carbs for specific activity levels. That's like really good for athletes. There's a whole bunch of many different ways to do the ketogenic diet, and it's just up to you to find the research that you need to understand what type of ketogenic diet is good for you. And that's what I always tell everybody, is to just try different things, see what works best for you. In the ketogenic diet, there's so many different ways to do it, and it's just a matter of finding what works especially for your body. Everyone's different. Andrew and I are different. He needs more protein than I do. I need more fat than he does. There's certain different things where it makes more sense for our bodies specifically. So yeah, just do your research. Go on the computer, go on Google, type in all this different stuff. Like, look at all the articles. Probably stay away from anything that's like that clearly is trying to say, that they're pretty much like a vegan or like anti-meat website. Stay away from those, because they're going to be very biased. You got to look for actual like .govs, .orgs, some of those types of sites. They can definitely give you the best information possible. That's what I try to do. I try to go through all the different websites to find the best information. Andrew does the same thing as well. That's all you got to do. Just do your research, try it out, especially try it out. You can't deny not trying things. You have to experiment. I have videos about experimentation on the channel. Definitely go check them out after this video. You just got to do what you can, and you got to try different things. There's many different ways to do the ketogenic diet. It's up to you to find the best one. So guys, those are the 4 misconceptions about the ketogenic diet. I hope you enjoyed this video. But like I said earlier in the video, make sure you hit the like button, share this video around, make sure people know about these misconceptions so they can try out the diet. The diet is not for everybody, but at least trying it will definitely show you different ways of doing specific diet lifestyles, and it probably will open your mind to different things. So with that said, guys, hit that subscribe button. We will see you in the next video.